Hi friends, welcome back to more High Fleet. My name is Tobel. Thanks for joining me as we continue our little run. And let's take a minute to just look at the board and figure out what's going on, because there's a lot of moving parts here. First things first, let's clean this up just a bit. I've got little circles everywhere where I've made annotations here and there, so trying to get this cleaned up just a bit. There we go. A little bit nicer, so that we know rather, 7 hours ago the Vostok was heading towards Gulbagaz. So more than likely, by now the strike force is here. So this is a strike force at Gulbagaz. We are just hanging out at Ashdod, and we're repairing, and we also have low morale. So a little bit dangerous. I'm not sure why I forgot that this is a repair city, so we should have landed and gotten a massive, massive boost. In fact, a little bit late, but may as well do it now. Let's go ahead and put the Paladin into dock, because look at these bonuses here. 143, huge bonus to our repair speed. So I'm gonna let the Paladin land, hopefully not make a crater into the ground. I did check the manual, by the way, and I was looking specifically to try to find out if there is anything about when an enemy detects you, how that communication travels, if it goes over to their, command and control area or what. So I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, this brought this down to only 2 hours instead of 4, so much better repair time. But if you're detected, does it bounce to a radar station and then out to the rest of the world? I think it does, based on our experiences here at Ashdod. Remember, we came into Ashdod, they detected us, however, it did not, the flag did not get placed on the map, which was kind of interesting. One other thing that I was thinking about doing at some point here is sending a ship over to the Adra city, because that does have the ability to purchase reinforcements. They had a missile boat, and now that we're getting chased by this strike group, I'm rethinking the decision to not include this in our fleet. Right, so we need to rescue over here. This was the site of that transport escort battle. So I think what I'll do, I think I might have went a little bit forward in time at the end of last video. I didn't quite save at the exact same moment. So I will go ahead and search the crew cabins, because crew cabins always give you possible valuables. Always possible? Sure. So we could do that. Wait, why can we leave? What is this? Wait a minute. What does this do? Are we out of town here? This is interesting. Why do we even have the option to exit the hatch? Is this a hidden town? Surely that can't be a thing, can it? Meanwhile, the Sevastopol is trying to pick up our poor stranded friends here. We got an Empire Cross from searching. We'll grab the ammunition and then maybe the AK-100. But yeah, so the Sevastopol is going to rescue our friends here who are out of fuel. If you do run out of fuel, all that happens is that you kind of park yourself. I believe if the enemy is nearby and you get detected, you might get captured. I have seen them just disappear before, so no idea what that really means. You know what? Let's disassemble the hull instead. This is going to give us some repair parts. Now, I don't know how repair parts are used. I'll be very honest with you. Well, they might tell us here in a minute when the little pop-up comes up. Repairs will take much less time while we have spare parts in stock. Does this mean on our own or in a city? No idea, but it's good to have, I think, no matter what. And we still managed to get the AK-100. So can we still leave our ship? No, it just happened to be there. Okay, so we do have the Pollock in tow, or the Pollocks, and our range right now is massive. So we're going to continue on with the Wasp heading to Kila. In order to sell off the Pollocks, we're going to pick up our friends who are stranded here and be on our way. Meanwhile, we don't really know what's going on this side of town. It would be kind of nice to have a radar ship. I'm regretting not choosing one of those ASW, wait, that's asymmetrical warfare? Surface warfare? The signal ships, basically. There are a couple of advanced signal ships that do come with their own radar, so that would have been nice to have. So you guys are fueled up. Morale is at 5 for the for the Hastati. How much more do we want to have them fight, though? That's the question. I think I'm going to stop by at Sirt, because number one, we don't have enough fuel anyways, no matter what we wanted to do. Let's stop at Sirt with this strike force. I'm going to send the Paladin on ahead because they have so much morale. It is a 93% probability to make this sudden strike work with them. So here's to hoping. All right, let's press shift for a minute to speed things up. Okay, we picked up our friends who are a bit out of fuel. Let's send everybody to Kila on this side of the map. Meanwhile, we are getting close to Sirt, so I'm going to tell him no, and I'm going to manually select who's going. So I want to send the Paladin alone, 99% chance. Now, the Paladin has detached. You'll notice that they're both the same speed, so I'm actually going to bring the original group down in speed using the thrust lever. That's going to let my Paladin go on ahead and be inside the bubble first. They're going to be the first ones that are detected, and thus they're going to be performing their fancy sudden strike. So does that issue where they are already on alert still happen here? Yes, it does. Now, we did get reported here. There's the flag. Interesting. We didn't get reported at Ashdod. Maybe it's only live when someone is alive. Could be. We didn't get a little screen here. Why didn't I get a screen? I've been wondering if that screen, there's a number whenever the tip screen comes up. There's a number there. I wonder if that's actually some kind of a difficulty as opposed to what tip number you're getting. No idea. Oh boy. Slightly out of control. I really like using that the secondary gun, which is right click, as a kind of a missile destroyer. It behaves quite nicely as, I don't remember what that's called. On a naval vessel, they always have these really fast shooting guns that will shoot down incoming missiles. Not an AWACS. An AWACS is the plane. What am I thinking of? I'll remember it at some point. But it's the gun that's on a naval vessel that shoots down incoming missiles. It reminds me very much of that. Right, so we are here. We still did get reported, though. There is a report flag, so I have no idea why there's one here, but there wasn't one from Ashdod, which means we're not going to be able to linger here too long. Let's grab our fuel. As per usual, we'll probably disassemble the hull to get some parts, since we do need a little bit of repair work done. Captain's cabin would give us a hint. We have a couple of hints that we haven't talked about. Far northeast of Chevron is supposed to be a Tarkon, which might be Magor, depending on how you look at it. Or it could be 45, could be somewhere up here. An Imager, really? Imgur, probably. And then northeast of Golbagaz, again, another person. So somewhere over here. So it's either there's someone at Magor, or there's someone up here by Haran or Imgur. I'm just going to call it Imager, honestly. All right. So get your rescue orders going, friends. We'll have you... Let's just grab... Actually, I guess when you zoom out, it goes to auto. We'll just let the auto pilot or the auto rescue take care of that for a bit. We'll focus on the more macro. To keep in mind, though, we did get reported in a couple of different areas, right? So we have been reported here in Kila, as well as in Sirt. So it did go away just now. Hopefully that's a good sign. Let's send our Sevastopol to get more fuel since we are a little bit low. We have tons of money now thanks to a couple of those wonderful turn-ins. I didn't see a pop-up, did you? I wonder. I changed the resolution. This game has been struggling with resolution a lot. And I wonder if I broke the pop-up screen because I've changed the resolution. I don't remember seeing, maybe you saw it come up and I just ignored it, how much we just turned this ship in for. Remember we had a trading ship? No idea. Let's see if we need any repair work as well. I wasn't quite paying attention. So, to the Hastati model, we are able to rearm because I think we had these in stock. So if I cancel this, by the way, you'll notice that we have 3 R5 Zeniths in the ship hold. If I go to repair, and then... Goodness gracious. If I go to repair... I'm gonna break everything here. Why can't I do this repair right now all of a sudden? Hello? Oh, I guess we've already placed these on here. Maybe because I took them off and then I added them back on. Okay, so we've got 5. We did take them off the ship. So there we go. You can see it's pulling from the ship hold. I used a different model. The game will store the different models of your vessels, so if you want to, I guess, revert to an original design, when you try to do the repair option, it'll give you which model, which type of ship you want to go to. So if we wanted to revert to an older model, we could do that. The Wasp looks like it needs some repairs. Remember, we took a bit of a strike on the left side of the ship. This is going to be 6 hours worth of repair, but we're going to be refueling here for quite some time anyways, so that's fine. So we already are refueling. We'll let our team take care of that for a few minutes at least. How's morale doing with the Hastati group? Pretty good. Pretty high morale, a level 8, which is solid. We're going to send this group up to, actually down to Adra real quick. Can I send them right now? We should have enough fuel to detach them. Let's give them half fuel, because that should be enough to get, you know what? Let's give them full, enough to get there and back. So you guys are on your way. Okay. You all have been reported, so you're all kind of gathering this other side, our other strike group. Nobody here on the Eland, which is solid. Let's send somebody into the town to have a chat with our friends. Still a little bit of damage on the Paladin, but I don't think it's worth landing at the moment. A matter of honor. Oh no, a visiting merchant staying in the city brings you news that leaves your men shaking with rage. The Doyen has been openly insulting you, calling you the Duke of Beggars, and insisting that you deserve neither aid nor hospitality. So our friend here, the Doyen, is a mangy cur who has been slandering your good name, Naib. The Alames are wise, but if you leave him unpunished, some may come to trust him. So, why did that happen again? I did not get an option to choose anything here. Curious. I wonder if that is an issue with my resolution. I should have had an option to, I think, deal with him. Or maybe that's just an informational. Maybe we have no choice in the matter. No matter what, our fear level went down a notch, which is, I have no idea if that's good or bad. There is a Triumphant here, which is just a little bit more expensive than we can hold, but it is, wow, this thing packs a wallop. 4 strategic missile tubes, a long-range anti-air ship that is utterly impossible to find in Garat. Very well. We also have another Skylark, and we have a Lightning. Now, Lightning is something I've been looking for. The Lightning is a super fast interceptor. It's very weak in terms of armament, but it might be just enough to intercept a trade ship before it's able to report us. So I was kind of hoping to find one of these. I'm going to pick up the Lightning. Thank you oh so much. Let's grab some supplies, although we do already have fuel, so I don't think we need to purchase any fuel at the moment. And repair-wise, I will do a little bit more repair work on our Paladin. And maybe the Hastati? I don't remember if it needs anything right now. No, it does not. Okay. So the Lightning's nothing special. If I take a detailed look, it just has, I think, 2 guns, 2 very small rapid-fire cannons. But the nice part about it is the speed. 700 kilometers per hour compared to the Hastati that we've been using, which is 333. So if we have an enemy transport, my theory is to use this interceptor to get up close and personal with the transport and get in on it before it's reported out to the rest of the world. So you guys are refueling, nothing fancy going on. I'm going to hold shift for a few minutes here. There we go. So you guys have arrived in Adra. Maybe? Hello? Oh, there it goes. It just wasn't flashing. I sent them here to look at ships, so I guess we did just purchase some ships. We don't have to purchase any more. There's a Fat Man still here, and there's the Yars. Now, this is the one I mentioned. The problem is, we start to really wear on our overall fuel supply with more ships. But I think the Yars is going to be incredibly, incredibly useful. We just might have to do a little bit more refueling. 10,000 gold to grab this. Let's try it out. And you know what? Hey, if we're wrong, we're wrong. No big deal. Maybe I need to wait until I have more ships, more fuel ships. I'm not sure, but I think we're okay for the moment. We have just enough fuel to get home. So let's dip out of here and head back home. Meanwhile, I guess we're still fine over here in Sirt. Let's get out of Dodge. I think we're all healed up and ready to go. Let's go to Chevron. We'll refuel at Chevron and be on our way. I really want to start pushing up this west side and open up some options. Our range right now is pretty solid. Now, the interesting thing about this, we don't have to follow these pathways. It's not like the warp system or the, what do they use in Stellaris? The gates where they're all, their travel lanes, they're basically locked into going one direction. We can just go across the desert. In fact, we could go directly to Kiva, right from Kila, if we wanted to. The other interesting thing is it might open up the possibility of finding a hidden city, which I've never come across yet. which you might find somewhere like this. No clue what that looks like. Sometimes you can get information from locals about hidden cities, so we'll have to keep an eye out for any more story mode items. This is that city that had some weapons for sale, although I think they're mostly sold out. This is interesting. An active protection system designed to defend the ship against artillery shelling. Curious, I think we have this. I almost swear I remember seeing this on the summary of modules on this vessel. I have no idea where it's at. Maybe I made it up. Maybe I saw it somewhere else instead. I know we've got the flares on all sides. Yep. No clue. What do we want up getting here? We've got a spare generator. Let's sell the generator. Let's sell this A220. And I'll even get rid of these 2 escape pods. They're not really going to do a lot for us. We've got a KH-15P. Remember, that's not going to fit in our ship. We need a nice big strategic vessel. And I will go ahead and get a little bit of fuel, enough to get to Adra, and then we'll hop over to Kila and try to catch up with the rest of the fleet. So we are spending quite a bit of money to try to do this catch-up. I could possibly, once they're refueled, I might send the main fleet over the desert, because we're going to have a ton of range. Look at this range already. We almost can make it to where we need to go. Alright, so the Yars has joined our team. Let's take a look at how the Yars looks. By the way, I kind of forgot to show that off on this screen here. So the Yars has 4 strategic missiles. 4 KH-15... What? Just KH-15s? They're just the basic missile. Okay. So 4 of these basic missiles. I think we might even have some for spare. We have a couple of Molots to sell. Let's get rid of those. We have a couple of R5 Zeniths. These are useful. These are the weapons that we can use to rearm our Hastati. Oh, in fact, let's do that right now. We'll rearm you. But in terms of the Yars, I think it just has 4 missiles and that's it. Good to know. So if we go back to the main screen and we say we wanted to look at firing a missile at the enemy, we can rotate between the available missiles here. So the KH-15 nuclear, but this is just going to be a normal KH-15. So a great way to defend ourselves if we happen to unlock or target a strike group. Maybe that's an option. Kill the strike groups before they even bother us. Could happen. So thankfully we've covered all of this territory. We covered quite a bit of this territory over here. I'd like to curve around and get to some of these areas, but I'm very wary about the Hawk, this aircraft carrier group, but maybe we need to take the fight to the enemy. Let's make a move. What happens at the Fleet HQ? I truly wonder how hard it is to attack a Fleet HQ. Let's send the entire group on its way. We'll aim for Abad, which is another refueling point. And during this event, during this little movement, I'm going to detach the Hastati and the Skylark and send them to Kafir in order to get some intel and then kind of come back home, or just keep pushing on as we move across the desert. They'll keep on going their own way. So you guys are rocking out in your direction. The main fleet is going to go across the desert. Now, if we want to look for ground targets, by the way, and you can notice in the air radar, I said ground radar earlier when we had that transport. This is actually the air radar because ground is turned off. So that tiny little slash you see represents our friendlies moving away. If we turn it to ground, we will get a ground return on all this different stuff in front of us. Again, I have no clue how to determine if there's a friendly, not even a friendly, just a city in this vicinity. I think you use a combination of IR. You might see a bunch of, I guess, returns on the ground radar, but I've not come across, like right here, there's a couple buildings here. Does this count as a hidden city? I don't think so. I think it is supposed to pop up on your map if you're close. So maybe we'll explore this a little bit here and there. All right, you guys are finished refueling. You can't quite make the fleet, so I'm going to swing by Adra and just kind of come this way from behind. Not really the greatest plan. We have a lot of ships that are all supported by this one Skylark. I'll tell you what, let's wait for this rendezvous. I feel like we're going to be paying a lot of money just to have them play catch up. Okay, we are in the next town. I am missing that pop-up screen. It really must be something about my resolution. This game really hates widescreen or 4K. I am in 4K right now. I'm kind of curious of how the game's going to record. I had to manually set my resolution to 1920 for the first video I did. First and second. We shall see. Go right between them. See if they can shoot each other. Yep. Oh, friendly fire. Hey, you bugger tried to drop a bomb on me. Look at that. What a sneaky bastard. Trying to bomb me in mid-flight. I mean, it can work. I've done it before. Oh my god, did I really? I did. I bumped into that tiny piece of debris. That's ridiculous. I'm distracted with chatting with you all. That's my safe way to explain and pass blame on my bad aiming. I'll just say that I'm recording the video and it's not natural. My aim is perfect otherwise. No fuel this time. Oh, there's the fuel. Always useful. Grab the fuel. Ooh, there's a Molot here. I'm gonna grab the Molot real quick. And then the crew cabins, I think, will be a pretty good finish. Molot is 4K. Oh, that blew up and blew up the other item as well. So no big deal. We didn't lose anyone because it wasn't a dangerous situation. Nothing going on at this location. A little bit of repair work for the fact that I smacked the stupid thing with my booty. Sell that Molot for monies. And you guys should have enough fuel, I think, to keep pushing on. Oh, this was a, lovely, this was a tactical radar station. So let's get an update on the SGs. Okay, so, oh, hi. There's another strike group down here. Are they all coming this way? That's terrifying. So I wonder if the Vostok is kind of prowling around down here. And they pulled in another strike group. I think I'm going to try the trade to see if there's any traders nearby. Unfortunately, the Vulture is the only thing we picked up, which is heading to the north. So we're going to wait till they're done refueling. If you stay here for a while, you might get more data. So we're going to wait for that. Meanwhile, you guys have landed. Let's get a little tiny bit more fuel, just enough to get back to the main fleet, which is somewhere roughly about there. So I'm just going to hold shift and get this done really quick. Radio signal intercept. This is from this group here at Adra. Yeah, at some point, any minute now, we should start having to do the decoding. Tourmaline, going at speed 100, heading southwest. Please, something halocarbon. Maybe prepare. They want halocarbon or halocarbon or however you want to pronounce that. Equals Vostok. Is this the Vostok group? Ooh, this would make sense. Interesting. Okay, there we go. So they're moving at a speed of 100, which is about par for the course for them. They're moving southwest. This is at a course of 51. So 51 from this location is just about at Uchkudu. So I bet that Vostok is now here moving down to Chevron. So we're going to say that there is a straight group in movement somewhere in this vicinity. And that kind of makes sense, right? They got a report of us here and here and then here. And so maybe they're just kind of curving around and doing their own thing. So I don't know how far away that is, but I think they're moving to Chevron. So we're getting tailed a little bit. If they happen to catch on us, they could catch up, theoretically catch up to our main fleet. So I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. Refueling is complete. Let's go ahead and meet up. You guys are done with your refueling. We still have one intel. I'm going to rest for a little bit longer to give them a morale boost. There we go. I kind of want to get one more level of intel here. Okay, you guys have rejoined. There's our second level of intel. Let's reveal a tactical update. There's an aircraft carrier group in Paran, another fleet HQ. Good to know. Okay, so this did reduce our fuel abilities a bit. I think I'm going to push on, though, to Chem with the main force here. And we'll move up our strike group as well. We are supporting a lot of people. We're just above 2,000 range. But we do have a 62% load, so we've lost a lot of ground because we have so many ships here. So I'm so tempted to send a Stadi and a Skylark to Ugarit just to see what the fleet HQ is like. I have no idea. what that might even be like. You guys have a 98% probability of doing the strike. That sounds good to me. You did leave some fuel here. I think I'm going to stop off and pick this fuel up. It's just extra fuel. Why not? There we go. We've got a Gladiator. Ooh, Hastati versus Gladiator. Gladiator's a pretty big one. I mean, this is the same ship. This is a Gladiator. It has either two fewer weapons, or these are different, bigger guns. So this is the same ship. So we want to focus on the Gladiator, but I mean, it's hard. You start the game, you're just going to shoot at whatever's closest to you. I don't know. I can't even tell which one's which, to be honest with you. This is the Courageous. You can see the name in the bottom right. Okay, ate that a little bit. We did manage to kill one. We are going to have to duel with our sister-style ship, though. Okay, pressing F to drop the missile. No problem. They have... Okay, so they got rockets. Unguided rockets. Not too worried about unguided rockets, to be honest. Let's launch one missile to send them a little hello. I just ran into that escape pod. I hope that doesn't... What the crap? Are they stuck on me? I think they're stuck on me. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Okay, here comes the rockets moving to the southwest. And not as terrifying. There we go. Just get under them and beat up the undercarriage. Pretty easily done. Fights do seem to be getting a bit tougher. We got a level 3 promotion, so veteran pilot, veteran medic, and ever ready. You enter combat with fully loaded guns. What did we take before? I wish you could see prior promotions, actually. Well, I honestly don't know. Let's try this out with fully loaded guns. That seems useful. Can you see your promotions anywhere? You really can't, can you? There's no real heavy detail. You know, one thing I just happened to catch this up here, I did not explain at all, is this call for help thing. These are all of our allies in the fleet. If we ever get really stuck, we can ask someone for some kind of help. I think if you do that, it does lower down their reputation by 1, or their relationship with you by 1. Something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and secure the fuel tanks here. You guys are moving to pick up the extra fuel. Again, no alarms yet, which is great. Let's do crew protection and try to save these survivors. You know, we are fellow air naval combatants. We care about our fellow fighters, brothers and sisters in arms. Grab that captain's cabin as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to split off the group as soon as we get close to the town. Indicate unknown Gurati Tarkhan in an area north of Kem. So somewhere up here, there is a Tarkhan, apparently. We'll dismantle this Palash 1. And see who's in town. It does get a little bit repetitive, but you are able to really power through these pretty quickly. The entire population comes to greet you. Ooh, this is one of the big storyline moments. They're bearing flowers and gifts. They clearly resent the Lord Governor's rule. Awesome. A messenger from the Doyen has arrived. Again, the Doyen is like the leader of a city. He says that he wants to see us, but he's too old to visit himself. Peter is telling us it's risky, but our golden masked guy is telling us that we will take offense if we refuse. So we're going to pay the Doyen a visit. The Doyen is indeed a feeble old man. He's not going to waste any time. He immediately says he wishes to leave his greatest treasure to you. And inside that box, what's in the box? Is a page of a Bible? Behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and extolled, and be very high. Awesome. What is this, Peter? Peter has no idea. This is a coda. A coda is a fragment of the Book of St. Lin, the only sacred book that survived the calamity. He has some background. I think there's some kind of horrible event. Maybe the moon broke apart and hit the planet. So most codas have been lost. He does say that most of the Gurati codas are genuine. And they contain a prophecy. So I'm going to read this off. My servant shall rise. He shall arise, ascend, take his place on high. And apparently we can read this and he can't. Interesting. How can you read this? What does it say? It's about some servant or another shall triumph. He has been disfigured. This is kind of interesting. Are we going to get boiled in acid or something horrible? He shall astound many a nation. The Doyen's excited. My servant shall triumph, and he's almost dying, apparently, because he's so excited about it. How did you read the quota? So I think our response is going to increase a level of something. So we either say my family, which probably reinforces our people, the Romani, or faith. I think I'm going to go with faith. Call it a miracle if you wish. So this is a full level up for faith, +1 faith. You never cease to amaze me. Pyotr Sahin, Prince Sayadi, read the coda of Garat. What a strange and wondrous day. Wait, is this me? Yeah, this is me. Prince Sayadi is me. So this ally was really excited that we read this. So we just got a +1 with this guy. Awesome. Easy peasy. Read a piece of paper. Everyone loves us. Just how life should be. We're hanging out in Kemp, by the way. We have plenty of fuel. Let's do a little bit of restocking if we can find some missiles. Hey, we do have missiles here. Wonderful. Let's sell the Palash. How does this work? Interesting. I bet this wouldn't fit because we don't have... It's interesting. Active protection system against shelling. I don't know if this means vertical shelling or maybe the type of shelling that is proximity based. Well, I don't know. Let's add one of these to the ship. It seems like we have an overabundance of power. So let's grab, these are actually 1,500 each. Let's grab another one. I can't stand to have anything not matching. So let's grab 2 of these bad boys. Wait, is there another one underneath here somewhere? Do I see its parent or its brethren? I can't quite see. It looks like there's one actually right here. I don't know. We'll see if this does anything or not. Meanwhile, I'm going to grab maybe a few spare R5 Zeniths. We have a ton here. Then we're going to grab a ton. We're going to grab 10 because we do a lot of missile fighting. Could be of use to us. And do we have a radar here that I've been talking about forever? We do not. That's a bummer. Okay. There's no radar that I see. Now, this is an MP21. This one, no, this is the only one available. This is a type of electronics device, but we'll keep the Hastati class name. The Skylark already has an MP404, so this does do some ELINT. This is what I think detects other enemy radar, but I don't see anything else. This is an IRS, IRS? Yeah, IRS-1, which we already have on board. There are no radars, though. That's what I'm specifically looking for. Okay. All set. Let's do a little bit of repairs there. So 2.2 hours for you guys. Meanwhile, we're moving to Kafir to do a bit of refueling. You guys are all set. Let's move to Hattusa. We are jumping ahead pretty quickly. This is our forward group intercepting a message. Hey, buddy. Mr. Odin's trying to come under my desk right now and mess up all my cables. Kind of hard to get this one. Alright, and survey says there we go. Okay. PSN 19.2, these are coordinates, speed 110, Hattusa, Osh. This is a, oh, this is great. This is actually a medical frigate. This might be this guy, though. Hattusa, Osh, Moab. So someone, I think, is at Hattusa. This is EO or 110. So speed EO again. That's speed 110. This might be the word route, or it could be another city. So someone is either at Hattusa and going past it, or they're about to hit Hattusa. Okay. I'll turn that horrible sound off. So maybe another transport. The Vulture was here, but this could be a completely separate one, I guess. We don't need no stinking strike group. We are the strike group. Buddy boy. Oof. We're starting to get a lot of enemies here. I gotta be a little bit careful. We may want to start combining our strike forces and having maybe 2 Skylarks escorting a bigger force. The other Skylark isn't doing much right now, so maybe that's not a bad idea. Shot off a missile, usually the last thing you did. Still not too dangerous yet. I mean, it's kind of just a matter of etc., etc. And we can take hits. It's not like we're made of paper mache. You know, we have armor across the top here for a reason. Oh, oh god, don't crash in the ground. I forgot about the ground.
The enemy has been destroyed.
You'll notice also that I really avoid using missiles just because they're not obviously going to break the bank, but they're an expendable resource. So I try to reserve them for enemies that are very, very tough. I used to do bombing runs almost every time I'd surprise somebody. I used a bomber, and that became less and less effective as I started losing more and more money. Tarkon spotted north of the city of Hattusa, armed escorts, so lots of Tarkons everywhere apparently. North of Hattusa is Osh. Far north of Kim is also Osh, or Moab. There's people everywhere apparently, who'd have thought. I'm just gonna let these guys go on auto for a bit. I guess they do go on auto if you just leave them alone. That's useful. 2 people rescued, lovely, everything's still on fire. We'll go ahead and secure the ammunition. I guess we'll dismantle this ASO-75. We'll go into Hattusa to see who's here. No damage, thank you very much. Couple of ships for sale. We've got a Mockingbird, which is an interceptor corvette. Isn't that what I bought? I guess I bought a different type of interceptor. Paladin Mark II, which we already have one of. A Yars Mark II, which we have as well. And another Wasp. It's a pretty busy shipyard here. Not too shabby. A little bit of damage. Can you delete, by the way? Can we kill these silly... Oh, that drives me crazy. How many of these are you going to wind up making? I don't see a way to stop doing that. Every time you change the design, it adds it, apparently, as a new design option. Okay, so you guys are refueling in Hattusa. We're grabbing the leftover fuel here in Kafir. So there's the leftover. Just kind of picking up the leftovers here. Whoa, hold up. Why are we so low on everything? You really do have so many vessels here. What can we get rid of? Let's talk about that. We grabbed a Wasp. Well, we've had the Wasp. That's the aircraft carrier. That is useful. I'm going to probably repair that at Chem coming up. We have a Paladin. I think I might sell a Hastati. The Lightning was that interceptor, which is very useful. Obviously, the Sevastopol and the Yars as well. We can't get rid of those. I think I'm going to try to I'm going to start trimming down some of our strength because we're so heavy right now in the main fleet. I think it's becoming a bit of a problem in how far the fleet can move. Blank, in 5 hours en route Khiva Ugarit cargo weaponry. Ooh, Khiva Ugarit. Khiva is over here, and Ugarit is going to be down south. So someone's going to be in Khiva relatively soon, and they're at what looks like this kind of a pathway. Maybe they're coming from Narad over. How fast are you guys ready to go? You're already pretty much done, aren't you? You are, in fact, done. You have a morale of 7 as well. Let's send you guys over to intercept at Khiva. We're about to make this really ugly if we manage to intercept somebody right next to the fleet headquarters. Okay, we're going to go into the shipyard and get rid of one of our ships. We've had you from the start, my friend. You've been fantastic, but I don't think we need a second Hastati at this point. So we're going to sell this bad boy for 25k, which is lovely. And I think what we're going to do is actually send our Paladin and Skylark forward to catch up with this group in order to be kind of a larger strike force. And we'll keep the main body down with the main fleet. So the Wasp, the Sevastopol, and the Yars. I should even send the Lightning along with it. I think I might. Let's send the Lightning on ahead. We will do a little bit of refueling since they took some fuel with them. I think I'd like to have enough fuel to get to Abad, since this is a safe place to refuel at the moment. So enough fuel to go to Abad fuel storage. No problem. Look how fast this interceptor moves. Holy crap. No, we're going to be hitting them with everything. We've got 99% probability of success here. So here's to hoping. Yes, we will have that, no problem. And only 3 vessels, so lovely. I need to start paying attention to who I'm attacking by looking at their nameplate in the bottom right-hand corner. It's more important when you start getting vessels that you want to... Ooh, what a great shot. More vessels that you want to kind of focus your fire on, the bigger ones maybe. While they're on the ground, they're obviously more vulnerable. Oh, you sneaky bastard. You fired your engines up right as I did my salvo. You never run out of ammunition, by the way, so that's quite helpful. The basic ammunition, I think that's unlimited amounts of ammo. Let's see, as per usual, I think I'm just gonna do, yeah. Gets a bit repetitive, I guess. At the end of the day, I do like getting the fuel first. The nice thing about having one strike group is we could speed the game up a bit by holding down shift more. And I don't have to micromanage so many different groups of people. Captain's cabin, crew cabin, radio room are all dangerous. I think I'm going to put on crew protection. We're going to grab the crew cabins as well as the captain's cabin. There's a bronze icon for trade. This might be something religious based. Lovely. There we go. There's our main group over here. So let's get a little bit of fuel for you all. I think I'm going to get enough to go to Abad as well. Intercepted enemy communications. Mentioned Tarkhan ships north of city of Kem. So north of Kem at Hattusa or Dadan or Osh. So lots of people up north apparently. And we can get an updated intel here maybe in a minute because we still are refueling for a while. So you guys are still taking on fuel. We don't know what's coming this way. Let's go into the town of Kiva. No damage because we're awesome. Nobody in Kiva apparently at all. Any radars here? We do have a radar. So the really nice radar is 10,000. But I almost feel like this could be very, very useful for a forward group. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give our ship a bit of a makeover. I am going to move the escape pod over to the side. Just a smidge. We're going to get rid of these items. And add in a big honkin' square. Like this. So this will go here. And then here, another one on top. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to function. So we'll put the radar dish on top. And I'm going to buy the other radar. Oh, hang on, this goes inside. I think this can't be like this. I think it has to be a perfect square. Like this one. So if this goes like this... What am I doing wrong here? Why is it giving me like a curved top? It keeps acting like it's curved. Why can't you fit inside here? I could have sworn I did that before and it was fine. Let's put one of these off to the side like this. This is kind of how I had it beforehand. But the radar dish has to have a clear line of sight. So I think I put the radar on top before. So this moves here. The radar can be moved up on top like this. And then the MP404 should fit inside of this. Maybe we put down the 2-wide thing here first. And then one of the boxes? Maybe that would let it work. So something like this and then this. What did I do before that let this make... It definitely, I swear. I swear I'm not lying. It did allow me to put something down. The question is, how the heck did I do it? Maybe the 404 is too big. Maybe it won't fit inside of this. Maybe I needed to do a smaller... The MP21? No, that was way too small. This is so bizarre that I can't remember what I did. Take this off, take this off. I will say that the ship editor is a neat idea. Its implementation leaves a lot to be desired. It's very challenging to use. There is, by the way, a complete ship editor, though, that you can access from the main menu. So you can build your own ships and use them in the game. I think you can even start the game with your own custom vessel, which is kind of nifty. What the heck? How did I make this work before? I swear I'm going to lose my mind if I don't get... I don't figure it out. You can go here, but nothing else can go on top of it. Oh, you know what I might have done? I might have gone next to it like this. I think that is actually it. So I did something like that, and then a small, tiny part to the side to act as like a little tower. and the radar dish right on top like that. Okay, that'll work. So we're a little bit short on power. So if I can get a backup generator, one of these is a main one of these is an auxiliary gen. So I can put the auxiliary generator right underneath. We are apparently really short on power. Yeah, we're actually too short. What about a big honkin' generator here? The 61. 61 won't fit anywhere. I think we do have to rely on these smaller generators. So go ahead and just get rid of this. 28 here. And a 28 up here. Okay, that was enough. What a strange looking vessel. So now though, we do have, this is a 16-hour install, holy crap. We have our long-range early warning radar system, along with the other default ELINT. Wait, is this working? It's a little bit complaining a little bit about the blocked line of sight. I don't think that's going to interfere too much though. Maybe it's if it's X percentage of either arc, it complains at you, but I don't think it's going to give us too much trouble. Okay, so we're going to do it. We're going to accept this. This will be our custom design. So we're going to be at Kiva for a minute. Oh god, what a great place to be, right next to Fleet HQ. You guys are refueling, so let's go ahead and have you meet back up with the main group. New radio signal from Chem. Ooh, this session time is going down really quick. But we are masters of radio. Okay, now we're starting to get the encrypted communication. So there's a cipher key area. Oh, this does actually work because we whatever you collected beforehand apparently stays with you. So the way this works is you have to overlay the items on top of each other. So all you have to do is line up the text, and what this is telling you is God, we are taking off and it's so damn loud. Can we just move? There we go. So the crypto, if I pull this back open again, there's 4 blocks of numbers here. And so what this is telling us is that the first block is something with an 8. So maybe 18, 28, whatever. This last block is 100% 32. So if we dial this into 32, it changes all the letters to match that particular code. So this final block is 32. This could be 8 something. So it could be 08, it could be 18, it could be whatever it happens to be. So a little bit harder with not that many numbers available. I mean, you can go through every combination and try to see what makes sense. I guess it's only up to 35. So I guess there's not too many. It's either 28, 18, or 8. But I don't think that's enough for us to really understand what the messages are trying to say. So with everything else being random, not quite enough to guess what this super special encoded message is yet. But at least we're getting the fancy decoders now, right? We get our fancy decoder ring and we're all good. We are refueling here, so we did finally get enough fuel to go to a bod. We just managed to get our 3rd piece of intel, and we're going to be taken out of Kafir because it's a little bit dangerous for us to be here now. We just revealed a strike group called Ocean, far to the north at Moab. I don't know what happened to our old strike group friends over here. That's a bit nerve-wracking when we don't know where they're at. We've got about 8 hours left to finish the installation of our radar dish. I'm going to speed things up with shift.
Attention, new target on the radar.
New target on the radar at Chem. Hi there. We have something between each other, actually. Curious. So, this is probably going to be an enemy aircraft transport ship. So I think I'm going to send the Lightning out because it's got really decent range. Let's see if we can't send the Lightning out. In fact, you know what? Here, let's pause the game. We're going to let the the Skylark is actually getting repaired. Yeah, we want the one with the radar and it's actually still being installed, so that's fine. We'll just guess at where this ship is. So the radar is telling us it's at 032-ish, which is 032 is somewhere like up here. That's actually really helpful. I didn't realize it had angle markers on it. So somewhere in this vicinity, we should be intercepting this vessel, which I'm assuming is going to be a trade ship. I'm curious if our friend here can get inside of its radar range fast enough. We gotta be somewhere relatively close here, aren't we? Did it land at Chem? I think it did. So it's landed at Chem. I'm gonna send some supporting aircraft along with that. Wrong button. Let's send... No, nobody really has any rockets. We could try to do a ground strike if they're on the ground, but I don't think we're gonna get there in time. Alright, we'll see how good our friend does here. So yes, we did intercept this transport fast enough that it didn't get a signal out. There's the transport over there on the bottom right. Oh, God. Oof, oof, oof. This is a very light ship, by the way. Oh, my God. We are maxing out the Gs. It has some decent guns, though. I love that, that G effect, though. That's so neat. Okay, kill confirmed. We don't have any missiles I'm finding. You don't fully black out, but you do lose the ability to see what's going on. Fuel system's on fire. I am trying to take out this escort as quick as I can. Trying to dodge that salvo, which we did. Dodging the salvo from the main ship. This bugger reloads really quick. Oh, we're gonna hit the ground, we're gonna hit the ground, we're gonna hit the ground. Oh my God. Kill the missile. I missed it. Fuel system's on fire. I think I'm gonna lose this fight. We are upside down. Press B to stop the fuel fire. Yeah, okay. We lost that one, but at least we know what to expect now. So this thing moves really quick, and we lose sight of everything. Oh my God, he's right next to us. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm missing every single shot in the history of man. I moved right into that. Holy crap, we are so flippin' weak. I also can't see because of the damn mini-map here. I love how fast this thing is maneuverability-wise. But wow, do we lose control very easily. Yeah, I think I lost this one again. We can keep restarting for a few times. We've not used this ship all that much. We do have some proximity fuse ammunition we picked up. Along with some incendiary. Let's try this proximity round. This could be kind of useful. All right, there's a friend on the ground. We are already on the special ammunition. Very helpful. Holy crap, that's helpful. That was amazing, in fact. That was incredibly useful ammunition. The proximity fuses explode and send their shrapnel forth, I'm guessing. But that was fantastic. Whoa! We have so many amazing items here. We have an IRS-1, 4 of them for 2,000 each. That's great, along with an A220. So yes, I'm going to get... First things first, we're going to pick up this A220. I'm kind of pressing shift a little bit at a time. There comes the aircraft. You know what? Can I just send these back on home, please? Please don't bomb our friendlies. Please don't bomb the friendlies at all. Nothing else is going to blow up in time, so we'll grab the IRS-1. The ammunition might blow, actually. Crap. Hope it doesn't take out this IRS thing. Wait, did I not click the right button? Did I not wait long enough? Oh, are you serious? I lost all of that stuff. I'm so bummed. This random message, why did this pop up? Because I clicked on it by accident. Oh, how sad. I mean, we still literally got 16,000 out of that because we successfully intercepted that ship. So I'm okay with it. Maybe we did get it. Maybe I zoomed out a notch. Let's grab some survivors and we'll secure the fuel tanks. Awesome stuff. Hey, you know what? There's some spare fuel here. We're going to send the main fleet to stop off and top up. We'll send our lovely Lightning over to Kiva. This worked exactly like we were hoping, though. It is fast enough to intercept enemy transports. And, yeah, huge success. You guys stop off here, and I think this might be a good point to put a quick break in this episode. Thanks so much, friends, for joining me. As usual, we'll continue on in the next video.